Strava and other popular training platforms have become central to how millions of runners track progress, set goals, and compare efforts. With metrics like weekly mileage, relative effort, fitness scores, and training stress balance, these platforms offer the appearance of precision and control, encouraging athletes to believe that as long as the data trends upward in a structured way, they're training smart and staying safe. But this perception may be misleading. When it comes to predicting injury risk, the data these platforms collect and the way they present it often oversimplifies a much more complex reality. One of the biggest problems is that Strava and similar platforms rely heavily on external metrics: distance, pace, elevation gain, and heart rate. While these are valuable for measuring performance and progress, they don't capture what's happening inside the body: the biological strain, recovery depth, movement quality, or tissue readiness. An athlete might hit all their mileage goals and show a perfect training load curve, even as they edge closer to a stress fracture or tendon injury that the platform has no way of detecting. Even tools like relative effort, which aim to quantify strain, are limited by their dependence on heart rate zones and time-based calculations. These don't account for subtle, accumulating fatigue, mechanical compensation patterns, or neuromuscular imbalances. Nor do they flag when a runner is mentally or hormonally depleted, or when biomechanical stress is accumulating unevenly. A long run after a night of poor sleep or a race effort in extreme heat may score similarly to one on a good day, even though the physiological toll is vastly different. Moreover, these platforms rarely consider cumulative context. For example, Strava might applaud a streak of 30 consecutive days of running with upbeat weekly summaries, rewarding consistency. But it won't warn you that your stride has subtly shortened due to calf tightness, or that the faster pace on tired legs is creating asymmetrical impact loading, a common precursor to injury. It doesn't see the tight hip from a desk job, the old ankle sprain that's shifting load, or the emotional stress that's compromising sleep and recovery. The feedback is clean, logical, and motivating, but it may also be dangerously incomplete. Social comparison compounds the risk. Public leaderboards and shared workouts can nudge runners to ignore early warning signs in order to maintain their stats or keep up with others in their network. Runners may feel pressure to log miles even when sore or fatigued, rationalizing that the numbers look fine, the effort score is in range, and others are doing more. The problem isn't just the data, it's how it's interpreted and how the platform subtly reinforces behavior. That doesn't mean Strava is inherently harmful. When used with awareness, it can help runners stay consistent, celebrate progress, and connect with a supportive community. But its metrics should never be mistaken for a full picture of training health. They represent outputs, not internal resilience. A week that looks perfect in data form may actually be high risk for injury if unseen variables are in play. To use these platforms more safely, runners should adopt a mindset of context over numbers. Monitor how the body feels in addition to what the screen says. Reflect on sleep, soreness, mood, form, and motivation before deciding whether to push forward. Add rest days not based on what the algorithm says, but on what the body reports. And if a run looks good on Strava but fell off in execution, don't ignore the discrepancy. That's often where the early signs of injury live. Ultimately, Strava can tell you how far and how fast you went, but not how well your body absorbed the stress. Injury prevention still requires personal judgment, self-awareness, and sometimes the courage to step back even when the data tells you to keep going.